it's Lydia here. It's that time of year, so I thought I would very quickly run through a few festive ideas that you can do with your students in Purple Mash. So the first idea is using to design and make and having a look at two-dimensional and three-dimensional shapes. So in particular, looking at the nets, the 2D nets of our three-dimensional shapes, and using them to design your very own Christmas decorations. So you can see here I've done some images on my net, and then I've printed that out and I've built it, and I've created my very own Christmas decoration to hang on my tree. Um, Next, I thought that I would show you our mash cans. So this is my youngest daughter being Santa, and she created this using the iPad. So she's just taken her photo by pressing the camera icon and added that in to Santa, and it looks very appropriate. I'm loving her pose there. Then she's used the talk to text to create her message. So she's actually spoken into the iPad and said, "Ho, ho, ho, Merry Christmas. I've heard that Abby's been on the good list." Mummy's not so sure. So that's a good one, and she's managed to put that in there. And so it's a nice any age level. So she's 5 and she's managed to do that independently. They're great. You can print them out and put them up in your classroom. And then when it's time for them to go home, they can then cut their face out and make their own little Christmas decorations for their Christmas trees. So they're nice and fun there too. And another one is some of our paint projects. So also my youngest daughter has designed her own Christmas t-shirt in the paint projects, and she's done a Christmas tree there so that the head will be the star. And modeling that is our very own elf candy cane. Oh, I should talk quietly because I'm not meant to be touching candy cane. There you go. So that was a nice one for parents as well, that they can get some use out of that and connect it at home by dressing up their elf, or you might have a classroom elf. And then there's other paint projects as well. So here we've got a present that my oldest daughter has made for our dog Wilbur. So she's decorated that especially for him, which is very, very sweet. And just one last thing, it's a nice reminder as we get closer to our holidays, or you might have already started yours, to remind parents that they have the opportunity to use Purple Mash and their students can log in over the holidays. It's been a rough couple of years, and students might want to practice their learning or continue their learning. They can take control and direct their learning with their own interests. So my oldest daughter is been recently interested in web pages. Who would have thought after 2 years of remote learning? And so she's jumped in, and without any support whatsoever, she has started to design a web page all about solar power. And this was after discussion with her grandpa on the weekend, who's looking into getting solar power installed in his house. So she was asking him questions and talking to him about it. And then she came up with the idea she wanted to make a web page. So she logged on to Purple Mash and she searched through to find this publishing template that has all the prompts in as well. So you can see on the left hand side, if I just zoom in there, see on the left hand side there, you've got some prompts that have helped her to then populate her design of her web page, which is pretty special. So it's a really nice thing to do, is just to remind parents that they've got that opportunity. It's a safe environment, it's education focused, but it's also creative and engaging for the students to practice all of their learning and continue that journey over the holidays. And on that note, I hope you have a really lovely holiday, well rested, and we look forward to working with you again